I can't believe I'm going to say this word. My former self, forgive me. But I feel blessed.
Episode 2 is a love story during the aftermath of an apocalypse. It begins where episode 1 left off. Ish and Lucky follow the smoke trail that leads to Emma.
I haven't seen anyone in the longest time.
What do you want?
We're neighbors, almost. Saw your smoke. Thought I'd see who's alive.
She invites him inside and the two converse with ease, and we immediately learn that the smoke was a result of her making tea in the fireplace. Unlike Ish, who was living there for a year, she has only been living in that house for a few days. She picked that house because it had a for sale sign, which meant that there was a higher probability that there weren't any dead bodies inside. Yikes. Apocalyptic world problems. Emmett tells him that she hunts. Looks like Lucky just got even luckier because Ish doesn't hunt. He's a geologist.
You hunt?
Don't you?
Only rocks. I'm a geologist.
Though the last time we saw him picking up rocks, he got bit by a snake and dropped his phone. So there's that. She invited him to spend the night and she asked about his home. It couldn't be that far away since he saw the smoke and they are neighbors after all. He immediately took that as her wanting to move in with him because he replied with,
The house is big enough.
and she said,
I was sure I was gonna die alone.
and that's all it took.
Sorry.
What are you sorry about?
Being happy.
Don't blame yourself. I have a habit of doing that to people.
And I can't say that I blame them. So far, she is a much better fit for our hero than Anne was. Poor Anne had given up. She was emotionally spent. Whereas Emma has lost a lot as well, but she persevered, possesses a lot of spirit, humor, and plus she can hunt bear. They arrive at his place, which is rather messy, but he wasn't expecting anyone. And as she looks around outside, he rushes back into the house, frantic. What is it? And then we see. I'm glad he didn't take that path. It was a blessing that Emma made tea. He didn't like the taste, but it led to him meeting her. They go shopping, and again he parks far away. I guess the first time wasn't an anomaly. Maybe he does it to stay in shape. There's a moment where she takes a hard look at the cans of paint, and I didn't know what the significance was, but it comes into play later on. They see some rats, and that is going to be a foreshadowing. Although he still likes to eat canned foods, he can fish. That was something he used to do with his father. She's been hunting, they farm, he builds a chicken coop, and over time, their relationship evolves. And now they are no longer two people living together, they are a couple with all the benefits that come with it.
If we're staying, really staying, we need power.
Time for another trek to get solar panel supplies. But then he runs out of gas and siphons from the neighbor's car. This scene is funny to me because of the sign on the neighbor's wall, "Leave us alone." The irony isn't lost. His quest for electrical power is going well until sometimes he can be a hot mess. It could have been serious, but he got some tender loving care and we learned that she likes to be around people.
We could look for others. Help wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Others. Are you lonely?
I miss people. I miss noise, chaos, community.
Ish was a loner. He couldn't even be bothered to answer his phone. But unlike him, she's a people person. She needs that. She needs to be around people. And it seems their party of 3 is going to be a party of 4 when she tells him that she is pregnant. Now he's pragmatic and scared of the whole thing.
No hospitals. No doctors. No safety net.
So what does he do? He gets a book. It doesn't hurt to be prepared, right? One of the things I love is seeing how people deal with the day-to-day things that we take for granted. Not just food and power, but also health. In this environment, an injury that could be solved easily in the past can be your death in this place. With Emma being pregnant, he's going to have to hunt, and this part is hard to watch. I've never hunted, I'm a store person, but I appreciate the food suppliers. He guts the cow and he struggles with it. And I'm struggling right alongside him too, because they are showing him cutting it open and pulling stuff out. Oh, it's too much for me. Soon after, the solar panels are up and they have power. But just when things are looking up, she finds a large rat in the house, and where there's one, there's a whole lot more behind it. And now they have a rat infestation problem. They shoot him, go Babe Ruth on him, and lock the house down. But Lucky ends up outside and they have to open the door to save the dog. He got bitten and they nurse him back to health. But if the dog didn't make it, I would be very upset. I don't think I can handle that. I do not like rats. I know a lot of people don't, but I really don't like rats. If I was in that situation, I would have packed up and left. There are millions of other homes to choose from and plenty of more solar panels around. But they stay. They're braver than me. They survive the night, and during the quiet time, Ish shares his fear.
I could lose you. Women die during childbirth.
He was without human companionship for over a year. He even built a noose for himself. He finds someone who he has an emotional connection with. To lose her and the baby would be devastating. On the other hand, Emma is positive that she will be okay, and we learned that she was pregnant twice before.
Done it before. No complications. Twice. I lost them both on the same day. Due to the virus.
This episode is about two people not only sharing their lives together, but sharing pieces of themselves that was locked inside them during their respective isolations. And I really enjoy watching them grow together. Then we see the streets are clear. There's no rats to be had. What happened to them? The answer? Cats. Gotta love them. But there must have been a lot of cats because the rats were all gone. And it's a good day because the baby's coming. But it's a rough birth. The head can't come through. Ish's first instinct is to get a book. But we don't have time for books, right? She tells him to turn the baby, and he does. The baby was born healthy and beautiful. Emma named her Heather after Ish's mother.
I love you. I love you, little one.
We love you, Ish.
And then soon we see why she was looking at the paint. The episode wasn't action-packed. Instead, it had more of an emotional resonance to it. It had the day-to-day struggles, hunting, falling in love, and birthing. And it was tough at times to watch. All the rats and killing of the cow. It was just a lot. But I love watching these kind of survival shows or movies. I'm not sure if it was a good idea for Emma to give their address out, though. She has a baby to protect. And even though she lucked out with Ish, we don't know who this stranger is or what he'll want. So we don't know what he'll bring to the table or anyone else who comes in knocking after her invitation. But I think I understand why she did it. She's not like Ish. She's an extrovert, loves being around lots of people, and she feels hopeful about this new world now. And maybe the beginning of a sense of normalcy is seeping into her. However, it doesn't seem like Ish knows she did this. We'll find out if he knew, and if he doesn't, then he probably won't be too happy about it. I like this episode better than the first one. I did like the first one, but I really like this one. I look forward to the next week to see who this person is and how it plays out, but it's probably going to have some bad stuff. It's going to have some drama in it, some things that probably aren't good for our couple, but we'll see how it goes. So what did you think about the episode? How was all that rat and cow stuff? Were you okay with that? Were you able to handle it? Do you think that giving her address out was a good idea? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching.